Hey everyone, hi, it's Maggie. I am a reseller on platforms such as eBay, Etsy, Amazon, and Poshmark. And today I'm just doing a quick video about some news I've read about changes to the Paycheck Protection Program. If you are a small business owner with fewer than 20 employees, you might be interested in this. Now, a disclaimer being that I don't have in-depth knowledge of this. This is simply a heads up for you to go and look deeper into this yourself. I'm just kind of sharing that it's out there. You'll need to dig for information. So if you recall, the Paycheck Protection Program at the beginning of this whole pandemic ran out of money and did run into some difficulties, and that lots of big businesses got lots of money and some small businesses were left behind. Now, a new funding for another round reopened in January, I think January 11th. But today there were some changes announced that I think could be beneficial to other small business owners like me who have few employees or are even a sole proprietorship. So the improvements are for businesses, giving businesses with fewer than 10 employees up to nearly 60% of the available funding. And for businesses in rural communities, the share of funding is up nearly 30%. And also the share of funding distributed through community development financial institutions and minority depository institutions is up more than 40%. So targeting more money for minority businesses as well. So the important part here is the steps that really pertain, I think, to us. It established a 14-day exclusive PPP loan application period for businesses and nonprofits with fewer than 20 employees. So tiny businesses like ours are going to get a 14-day window where only small businesses can apply. And this will allow sole proprietors, independent contractors, and self-employed individuals to receive more financial support by revising the funding formula that up to 60%. There's also provisions for businesses with non-fraud felony convictions, also for relating to people who might have outstanding federal student loan debt. Federal student loan. So those changes. What pertains to us is that you can apply. You can either apply for a first draw PPP loan. If you missed out the first time around and didn't get one, you can apply for a first draw loan. If you did get one around this first time around, you can still apply for another second. It's called a second draw loan. And some of these loans are eligible for loan forgiveness. So just taking a look at the forgiveness terms. First draw loans made to eligible borrowers qualify for full loan forgiveness if during the 8 to 24 week covered period following loan disbursement, employee and compensation levels are maintained, the loan proceeds are spent on payroll costs and other eligible expenses, and at least 60% of the proceeds are spent on payroll costs. And that is the same. That is the same for the second draw. For second draw, you must maintain in the same manner as required for your first draw. Now, so how does that apply? My thinking is payroll costs. If you're a sole proprietor, you don't have payroll costs. So in the really long documentation about loan forgiveness, it does talk about borrowers that are individuals with self-employment income who file a Form 1040 Schedule C or F, and what amounts are eligible for forgiveness. So it does mention payroll costs. It also talks about owner compensation replacement calculated based on 2019 or 2020 net profit. And I don't even pretend to understand, but I understand what that means. You could be forgiven for payment of interest on mortgage obligations on real or personal property, as if they were deductible on your Form 1040 Schedule C or F. rent payments, utility payments. Basically, you could be given forgiveness for some items that you might have claimed, that you did claim under your Schedule C or Schedule F. So you would look at your Schedule C or Schedule F, and you could see if any of those expenses that you claimed are covered under this loan forgiveness, and that will help you determine whether part of your loan would be forgiven. So basically, as I said, I don't have an in-depth knowledge of this. I happened to read the article. I kind of pulled up the documentation and was reviewing it online. But I wanted to get the word out there because for those of us in our little reseller community, there is that window of opportunity, that begins Wednesday. So what I'm going to do is take links to all this documentation that I just showed you will be in the description box below. And I just encourage you to take a look at it because I know some of us have struggled with sales and things during this period. And if you can apply in this window, and especially if there are some expenses that you incurred that are eligible for forgiveness, I think it would be beneficial for everybody just to take a look and see what applies to you. Thanks so much for watching.